Hey everyone, it's Joe here from the Bill Course Wellness Center. I'm bringing you the Friday mobility and stretch break. I've got a fun one for you all today because we're doing a broomstick stretch break. This is my shorter broomstick. I went and actually was creative and unscrewed the mop handles to have a little length. So whatever you've got, if you've got a broom, that'll be fine. If you've got a mop handle, that'll be fine. If you've got PVC pipe, that's fine. Whatever you've got, use it, make the most of it. So go ahead and get your stick, or you just go outside and get a stick. Whatever you got to do. So today we are doing some stick work. We're going to be doing some thoracic mobility, shoulder mobility, and hip openers. It's going to be about 6 exercises. I want y'all to follow along through. I'm going to go through each one. It's going to be about 30 seconds. Some of them are double-sided. And then I want y'all to repeat. So 2 times at least, 3 times would be ideal. And say you have bad shoulders, this would be a great thing to do on the daily. To do some of these shoulder opening up exercises while we're always hunched. Great thing to do. It would be weird, but if you can have a broomstick by your desk and just do some of these, I think it'll change your posture, change how you feel. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started. First one, I'm gonna pop to the ground, grab my stick, and it's gonna go behind the head. And like I said, we're gonna be doing a lot of openers. So we're focusing on retracting the shoulder blades. The shoulder blades don't just go up and down, they go forward and backwards as well. So we're really opening up this chest, and I'm going a little bit wider than shoulder width with my knees. And what I'm doing here is I'm pushing with this hand down, and I'm trying to pull with this hand in the back. So it's like a push and a pull. You're using the stick to move your body where you want it to move. So you're hip hinging and rotating. And we're just gonna move nice and slow here. The point of this stick is gonna help with that posture. So sometimes you can cheat your way through a movement. That's not what we want. We wanna do the full movement and really work on that thoracic, back mobility, and also your shoulders and just opening everything up. So the kneeling spinal mobility is exercise number 1. Number 2 is gonna be a similar movement. We're gonna stand on up, same thing. You might need to relax, by the way. It's gonna be a lot on the shoulders. But you're gonna do a standing mobility twist, but you're gonna add a little lunge to it. So follow along, we're gonna rotate, and while I'm rotating, I'm lunging. So for those of y'all that have taken my group exercise classes, you know I like this body weight movement, lunge and twist. Same concept, we're just opening up the chest and moving a little bit differently. So I'm pressing on the handles and doing a little bit of lunging and rotation. I'm not getting deep in the lunge, but I'm bending that back knee, bending that front knee a little bit, and keeping that back relatively flat. Excellent. So after 30 seconds of the standing mobility, we are gonna do a similar movement, but we're not gonna lunge. We're gonna keep the feet in place. So shake that out, shake it out. Same thing, we're going back. Now right on the traps, I'm going wide. I'm hip hinging, and then I'm rotating. I will tell you, the longer your stick, the better this is gonna be, because it's gonna allow you to open up your arms like I am right now. But you're really gonna feel this one in the hamstrings, in the back, and obviously the shoulders, because you're staying opened up the whole time. Okay, after that, I want y'all to shake it out. Shake it out, we're gonna go to the ground for probably one of the most interesting ones. This will take a second to figure out, but once you do figure it out, you're gonna like it, I think. So what we're working on is gonna be internal rotation of the hip. So I'm gonna show you a couple different angles here. We'll go right to the side right here. I'll have my weak leg first, and notice my leg isn't out in front, but it's about parallel with the other leg, and my heel is back. So I'm gonna slip this right above my heel, and you're gonna use it as a little lever to pull up. Pull up. And you're gonna feel that in your hip. I have very tight hips, especially on this left side. So I'm pulling right to where I feel a little bit pain, not too much, just that tightness, that pulling. And I'm gonna just hold it for 1, 2, back down. So, what you do with one side, you have to do with the other. But I want y'all going about 30 to 45 seconds on this one. And I will show you this angle right here. I'll go straight on. Actually, I'll go from the back so y'all can see it from that angle. So, right on the heel. Notice it's even with the knees about. And I'm pulling it up, holding, back down. So I'm using all the work is in the stick. Your hip is just getting moved with it. Excellent. Great one to practice on. Excellent hip opener. Really good for you. Got to work on that internal rotation of the hip. So while we're on the ground, we're going to do a movement that you are all probably familiar with. We're going to do basically a Superman. I really want y'all kind of pulling this apart when we're up, squeezing the traps. And again, the theme of everything, pull those shoulders back. We're opening up. So here we go. It's a Superman. Simple. And I'll show you both angles. Going out in front, flexing those shoulders, flexing the traps, neutral neck. I'm squeezing my traps, pulling on that bar. Definitely not about the reps here. We're really focusing on mobility. Keeping those shoulders healthy. I'll show you from this angle. Excellent. So that's going to be your Superman. We have one more stretch for shoulders. And what it is, we're going to work on our cleans. So cleaning and jerking, it's a barbell movement, but strength, athletic movement, it's a good one. But what we're going to do is shoulder width with the feet. We're going to do a slow clean here, here. What I want y'all doing is making the tension, so you're pulling this apart a little bit. I'm pulling it slightly apart, pulling these shoulders back. So pull, up, squeezing. That's going to force you to squeeze the traps. Come under it, push up. Act like there's weight on the bar, even though there's not. So, one more time. From the front right here, boom, clean it, press it. Good posture, shoulders back. Right here, elbows are not flailing. We want to get in this position right here. Wrist tight, elbow tight, in. One more from the side. And there we go. That is your stick mobility break for Friday. Stay tuned for more. Check out the WOD later today. And have a great weekend, y'all. Be safe.